What's up, my Yiggens? My name is Leon, aka Real Yiggen, and today's conversation is going to be about merging your pleasures with your business. Merging your pleasures with your business when you're on Twitch. Or even if you want to do YouTube or whatever it is, right? A lot of people get on Twitch, and this is what I'm seeing. I did it. A lot of my homies is doing it. Majority of my I don't think I know anyone that's successful now that I think about it. Everybody I know, except the people that I look up to in streaming that are successful, do this, right? And I'm ready to get on this bandwagon and hold it down, man. Cause that's why you're getting this video right now. Get on this bandwagon of great Twitch streaming and all this stuff and just grow as a person, as a streamer, as a YouTube content creator, or wherever else I'm gonna put this content. I just need to be growing as much as possible now. And yeah, anyways, so I want to talk about merging your passion with your business and your content because I see a lot of people who do this. Let's just talk about Twitch real quick or live streaming in general. They get on and they just play games. And they just play games and they just play games. Some don't talk. Some do. Some only talk. But then they're only just playing games. Then you have the people who are a little bit higher in their experience and they play the games and they talk at the same time and they narrate the games. But then it stops there. I'll give you an example. I got a homeboy. Love him to death, man. Got his phone number. I met him on Twitch. Got his phone number. We talk. When we talk for hours. Love him to death. It's a little hard to watch his content consistently though, because he doesn't necessarily create content. You can argue that everything is content, right? But he doesn't necessarily create content more than he just jumps on stream and plays games. I mean, like a lot of people do that, but he doesn't do it in an entertaining way, should I say? So I just I get on, I talk to him for 10 minutes. I lurk mostly in his stuff because a lot of the stuff he does say is entertaining, but a lot of the rest of it is raging, complaining, whatever it wants to be. So I try to bounce ideas back and forth with him, and I tell him straight up, like, man, you should try these games. No, man, the game is ass. That game is this. The game is that. All these excuses not to try a game, right? Say, hey, look, you streaming, you want to make it, but you still doing the same thing that's causing you not to make it, or the lack of something that's causing you to not make it, the lack of whatever sauce you need to make it. And so what I realize is that you need to be intentional with your content. You need to be intentional with your stream. Why not? This stream only lasts for the moment, but all the content afterwards lasts forever. This is all the content afterwards is where your legacy is gonna live. Where all these things that I'm saying right now is gonna live. You know, where all the attention is gonna come from. So why wouldn't you be intentional about the way you stream, right? If you stream, let's say, for instance, this person was into Mortal Kombat. This person was into Pokemon. So if you're seeing this video, yes, I'm talking about you, bruh. Anyways, so I suggested, hey, I know you for Pokemon. All your stuff is branded Pokemon. I know you for Mortal Kombat. Why don't you go back and play some of the old Mortal Kombats? And why don't people know you for Mortal Kombat X? Now they know you for 11. Why don't you go back and just tap on some, buttons on some old Mortal Kombats? If you need to get some emulators and buy some old games and emulate some old games, do it, But you're streaming to create content, not to play games. If you say you want to make it. So I actually asked him one day, like, "Hey, you still in it? Your head's still in it?" He said, "Yeah." So now I'm able to give this advice. Be intentional about your streaming. Stream to create content, not to just play games. That can be part of it, but the game is content, man. You're not gonna sit here and just blow up if you're not doing anything that's separating yourself from the rest. And the way, if you're just playing games, that's not separating yourself from the rest. Everybody does that. Now, if you rage in a certain style, maybe, but at the same time, those people who did that, their work ethic is on point. The way that they get them videos out, on point. The editing, on point. Or at least on point enough to capture the young people's minds and attention for hours and hours and hours, or 10 minutes or 3 minutes at a time. So why don't you get intentional about your content? Man, that game whack, man. I'm not gonna play this. I'll play that off stream. I'll play this off stream. That game is weak. Sorry. All these excuses. But what I'm here to tell y'all is that when you stream, just how before this video I did the YouTube cut, because this is where this lives. I don't even have to do a YouTube cut. I can pre-record the YouTube cut and make whatever I want to make. I can do a voiceover with some gameplay and then fade into the conversation, whatever I need to do. Anything I can do, but I didn't need to do that. But I want to practice it. I want to get better at it. I want to create content for, whatever the platform is with the attention on it. That's what you want to, that's where you want to live. So if you got a podcast on Twitch where you don't have any attention, Twitch is very unique in the sense that there's very little discoverability. So pretty much you don't have any attention. There's no attention on Twitch as far as you're concerned, unless you venture out into other avenues for people to see you, right? So that's where you want to live. All the attention is on YouTube. All the attention is on Twitter. All the attention is on Instagram, IGTV, Facebook. People, y'all hating on Facebook, but Facebook has been going in. Facebook has a ridiculous amount of freaking people on it. Nuts. Like, it's not just for old people anymore. It skews from young to old like crazy, right? The main demographic is a little older than the IG or whatnot, but Facebook still has millions and millions of people on it. So, and young people. So there's really no excuse why you can't create content for Facebook. But anyways, you want to create content, and why not native content? Like, it's fine for you to create this thing and then post this thing on every platform, but why not create content specifically for those followers that you have on that platform? If you're big on Twitter, why can't you make Twitter original content? It doesn't have to be a full gameplay video. It can literally just be a 3-minute talk in the same way I'm saying this, that's exclusive to the people who follow you on Twitter. That means they're not clicking no link to get to your weak Twitch clips that nobody cares about. That has another barrier to entry. Got 3 clicks, and then the Twitch clip thing don't want to load for 45 seconds if they're on the phone and all this and all that. No, why don't you just upload that clip to Twitter, but do even better and create Twitter original content? Because that's where the attention is. So you need to live on that platform, not on the platform that there's no attention on. At least for you anyways. Right? And hey, if there's experts in here or anybody who feels like I'm wrong about this, please leave a comment below. Leave a comment. Leave a comment in chat because I'm streaming live right now, or leave a comment in the comment section on YouTube or IG or wherever you at. Leave a comment. Let me know if I'm wrong. And if I am wrong, don't just say I suck. Don't just say I'm wrong. Try to provide me with some constructive criticism. Try to provide me with some value and teach me, because I'm here to learn more than I'm here to talk. I'm only talking off of experience. When I was going hard on that, that's when I had the most growth. Period. When I was going hard on social media and creating native content and being intentional about the stuff that I had. Excuse me. When I was going hard in creating content consistently and intentionally and natively to the platforms that I was on, that's when I had the most growth. That's when I had the most interaction. That's when I had the most shares. That's when I had the most everything, had the most growth when I was doing that. So, yeah, if I'm wrong, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, man, when y'all first start out in this Twitch game, avoid the mistakes that I made. Yeah, get on there and play games with your Yiggens every once in a while and whatever, or just do it for real and be intentional about the things that you're doing. Go on there. Don't just go and play and create a highlight reel. I think a lot of people said this on YouTube, stream help before. Go in there with the intention. Go in there with the intention. Like we're playing the Forest right now from me and the content stew. More about that later. We're playing the Forest right now. Well, the other day, like the first 2 sessions, we were just playing. The third session, I said, hey, man, I'm going to be a little bit more entertaining today. And I'm going to try to guide everyone in our group, which I believe was 5 or 6 people, to raid these caves and go get these weapons, right? And let's make something out of the game instead of just building a house the whole time. But even if you want to go and build a house the whole time, okay, make it legendary, make it epic. We're building a tower that clips through the top of the map. Whatever you want to call it. Like, make it epic, you know? Be intentional about it. I think that's the biggest thing. Be intentional about it. Yes, your pleasure is your pleasure. But if you can't convert it into business to some extent, I know people say, oh man, then it'll ruin it for me. Twitch ruined my love for video games. Man, the only way you can keep your love for video games is if you play video games off stream. This, that, and the third. Not necessarily true. Maybe true for some people, but not for me. I barely play anything off stream. I think maybe I literally can count on one hand the amount of games and times that I've played games off stream, with majority of the hand being the last 2 weeks. And I've been doing this for 3 years and it hasn't ruined video games for me yet. Especially now where I'm starting to see, oh no, I can still have fun with this. I can still get up in here and have some fun with this. Because when I don't feel like playing a game right now, I can come here and talk to y'all. When I get my setup ready for my kitchen studio, I can go and cook. It just is what it is. I don't always have to play a game. And then at the same time, at the end of the day, I can just not hit the go live button. Right? Just don't have to do it. So all of these things aren't necessarily true. And all of these things aren't necessarily untrue. For some people, they need to play games off stream in order to love life. Meaning love video games. You know, love life in that way. Y'all get used to my language. They need to not create content. Not make it feel like it's work. But I'll say this. This is just me. I would rather play video games with my Yiggens and by myself and talk to my Yiggens every single day that I work and get paid enough, not to be famous, but enough to pay my bills. Just enough to pay the bills and reach whatever goals I have, right? Then wake up at 5 a.m, be tired as hell because I'm working 2 jobs or whatever. Even if I work one, go and work under a boss and do things. I love cooking and I work in cooking. That's how I know doing your passion is 10 times better than anything else. But cooking has been so trendy, and yeah, cooking is a job in itself. The long hours, the angry chefs, the angry customers, the hot kitchens, the everything you can think of. For me right now, that's not what I want to do, right? But that's still you going in there, you have to deal with a whole team, you have to deal with a boss, you have to deal with customers, all that stuff. What's up, y'all? Future Yiggen here. I wanted to insert this little part because I was watching the video back when I was editing it, and I noticed that it seemed like I was saying you can do your passion as a job and it won't make it seem like it's a job. But then I turned around and said, I lost passion for cooking. I don't want to cook anymore because it's a job. Well, I wanted to clarify that. What I meant was I still love to cook and I still want to cook for a living. I just don't want to do it in the restaurant setting. So if like you heard me earlier in the video say, once I get the cooking studio up and running, because it would be a dream to be able to also cook on my channel and teach in the way that I want to do it on my time and my schedule. So that being said, I would still love to cook every single day for my job as long as it was under my rules and I didn't have to deal with all this other mess. Can you imagine being able to cook for your family every single day and get paid for it? And by getting paid for it, just meaning, oh, I do this for a living. I stream for a living and I'm going to stream the meals that I cook for my family. I would rather do that every single day of the week than work open and closes on the weekends at a restaurant, or, getting yelled at by a mean chef, or trying to find restaurant to work in now that'll pay you a decent wage if you're not a manager or the head chef. And especially since COVID hit, everything's gone to crap. So that's what I meant. Just wanted to clarify that, and back to the video. If you love it, you love it. But if you're like me, where my first passion was cooking, but now it's connecting with people, right? It's serving people. I was serving people in the cooking space. Now I'm serving people here where I also can cook, by the way, just doing it on my own time instead of on everybody and their mama's time. And teaching, which I also love to do, which is also serving. I can teach you how to cook, right? But then I can also play video games with you, which is absolutely my number one, now that I realize it, favorite pastime. I've always loved it since I was 3 years old, and I seen maybe it was 5 years old, and I seen Zelda. I had no idea how to play it, but I just wanted to play it. And Sonic 2 was the first game I actually really played. My grandma had a regular Nintendo. I call it regular Nintendo. None of that NES mess. Had a regular Nintendo because it was Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo. And yeah, we played Tetris, we played Monopoly, but we only played that, man, whenever we would go over there, which would just be like a holiday, and then you still couldn't even play because everybody was on the TV watching football or holiday movies or whatever. So you only played for 5-10 minutes, right? And then you get whooped by your big brother. So it just wasn't even like nothing I cared about until Sonic 2. I had a Sega for a very short time. I don't know what happened to it. I didn't grow up in the tightest of families. I'll just say that. And somehow that junk went up missing. I don't know if they was sold. I don't know if it was stolen. More on that another time. You'll get to know me. But yeah, very short lived. But I just remember that music. It was just ingrained in my head, just ingrained in my memory, just that music and the animation of the charge dash and getting supersonic and the special stages. To this day, I don't know why you want to do the special stage where you gotta jump. Whoop, whoop. No, that ain't it. Where you gotta like turn the stage to get the rings, and it's like that. No, it's the Hyperloop special stage is the stage that That's the best special stage. I don't care who is here, who needs to hear it. The Hyperloop special stage is that deal, right? And so, yeah, man, that was my game, and ever since then, I loved games. Ever since then, girl asked me what I wanted for Christmas. I want an Xbox. I wanted this. I wanted that. I was literally play games for 15 hours if I could on the weekend, get my chores done fast. Play games all through the night. Foster moms had to come downstairs and tell me, yo, it's 3 in the morning. Get off the blood clot Neum. I had a Jamaican foster mom. But yeah, take the cords, take the controllers, because they knew I was on that mug if you let me. Right? So I'm gonna play games for a living and get paid off this jump. Why? Because I'm gonna play games to not only satisfy my own wants, but to serve y'all, to provide y'all value. I don't even want to say provide you value. Everybody says that. No, to serve y'all. I believe in God, so I just see it as serving. That's it. I never heard anything in the scripture or anything say provide you value. Like, no, it's serving other people. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do that every day over getting up, driving, dealing with coworkers, dealing with this and that and the third. I'm gonna deal with playing games with my Yiggens and making these videos every single day of the week over working a 9 to 5. It just is what it is. But what that's gonna take is for me to be intentional. It's gonna take for me to be creative about my work. It's gonna take for me to maybe play some games offline one day, right? Right now, I can't play games offline because I work 40 to 50 hours a week at one job. Not since COVID, but before that at one job. Then I come back and I stream 25 hours a week, and I got 2 kids and a wife and a house to take care of. So I can't play games offline. But who's to say if I can quit my job and do this full time that I can't get in some gaming sessions? Who's to say? I don't know. But yeah, that's my little talk, man. Again, man, this will only get better. These talks will only get better. And if you're interested in more, please subscribe, follow, whatever you need to do. Comment below what you think. Just comment below. Anything I could work on, any creative criticism, anything you feel like you want to say. Doesn't matter if it's bad. It doesn't matter if it's good. Anything you need to say, go ahead and comment down below. Look, I love y'all. Thanks for being real Yiggens. I'm out.